Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we are starting Unit 8, Day 2. And today's objective is I can add and subtract polynomials. Oops, subtract. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, subtract polynomials. And as promised, this video will be much shorter than last night. Okay, so there's our objective. Okay, need to know. I'm going to call it NTK. Need to know. So basic idea, to add polynomials you add like terms. Okay, hey, if you have a question about what a like term is, put that at the bottom where it says questions I have, and so that you remember. I don't remember what like terms are, but I'm going to talk about that even still. Remember, like terms have the same variable with the same exponents. Okay, so you add like terms. Something important to remember the whole time we do this is that, there we go, answers should have exponents decrease left to right. Okay, that's kind of what we talked about when we talked in class today about rewriting them, but your answer should always have the exponents decreasing left to right. So the biggest exponent on the left and the smallest exponent on the right. Okay, so we're going to look at examples of how to add. Okay, example 1. All right, so let's say we have the exponent 2x to the third minus 5x squared plus x. Okay, so there's one polynomial. And to that, we are going to add the polynomial 2x squared plus x cubed minus 1. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm kind of noticing this second polynomial isn't written correctly. Okay, but ultimate idea here, add like terms. Okay, so the like term, what is like this term here? So in other words, we're looking for something else with an x that has an exponent of 3. Okay, well, we can see right there that plus x cubed, that's a like term. Okay, so I'm going to add those together. And you can rewrite it if it helps. So 2x cubed plus x cubed, 1x cubed. Okay, so I'm just rewriting it so that my like terms are all together. Okay, next up, we want to get a like term. Okay, so x squared. So we've got 5x squared. Okay, so what else over here on the other polynomial has an x squared? Oh, that would be 2x squared. So again, I'm going to write them so they're right next to each other so I can see that. And by the way, that had a negative, so I'm going to write, undo. So I have minus 5x squared plus 2x squared. Okay. Now, as I look at the final part here, look at, I've got these kind of like remainder things. X doesn't match up with 1 because that doesn't have an x. So instead I'm just going to write plus x and then negative 1 is all by itself, so shrink, so plus negative 1. All right, so now it's a part of combining these things. So we've got 2x cubed plus 1 more x cubed. That's a grand total of 3x cubed. Okay, we've got negative 5x squared plus 2x squared. That's minus 3x squared. Okay, and then, so those things have been added. So now I've just got left over plus x plus negative 1. Okay, and you can write it as plus negative 1 or just minus 1 is fine as well. Okay, so there's your final answer. It's written correctly. Exponents decrease left to right. Okay, and we're done. If you need this step right here, great, do that. If not, you don't have to. It's okay if you don't. Okay, next problem. Let's try one more like this. Okay, so I just want you to get the feel for it. One more. Okay, so if we add these together, okay, like terms, 5a squared. Oops. Okay, what's the other a squared? Oh, negative 8a squared. So again, if you need to rewrite it, go ahead. If not, if you can do 5 plus negative 8 is negative 3a squared. That's great. Notice the variable and the exponent don't change, okay? Okay, and then the last step, combine those final parts. Okay, well, negative 3 and negative 1. So that's minus 4. Okay, so that's adding polynomials. If you need to keep writing, write that down to subtracting polynomials. Okay, and I'm going to talk about this in the same way. So to subtract, okay, I'm going to talk about change to adding the opposite and combine like terms. Now, some of you have a really good number sense, so you don't have to do this whole step, but this is how I'm going to demonstrate it every single time. Okay, so we're just going to look at some examples. 4n squared plus 5 minus negative 2n squared plus 2n minus 4. Okay, so what I said was change to adding the opposite. So that means I'm going to rewrite the second part, not the first part, 4n squared plus 5. Okay, rewrite as adding the opposite. Okay, well, the opposite of negative 2n is 2n squared. The opposite of 2n is minus 2n. The opposite of negative 4 is plus 4. Okay, and then it's just a matter of combining like terms. So I'm going to circle like terms and then add them together. Okay, 4n squared plus 2n squared is 6n squared. Okay, let's see here, 5 and 4, but wait, first comes negative 2n, and nothing else pairs up with that, so we have minus 2n, and the last one, 5 and 4, be plus 9. Okay, one more quick example of this kind. Okay, and this time I'll start in green. Okay, so let's take one more example. 4x squared minus 3x plus 5. Okay, so starting with that, and we are subtracting 3x squared minus x minus 8. Okay, so what are our like terms? Oh, first I'm going to rewrite it. Not the first part. Rewrite the second part. minus 3x plus 5. Okay, rewrite it as adding the opposite, minus 3x squared plus x plus 8. Okay, and again, if you have a different strategy and it works, great. I am just going to demonstrate it this way. Okay, 4x squared and minus 3x squared. So 4 minus 3 is 1x squared, which we can just write as x squared. Okay, negative 3x plus 1x is minus 2x. And last, 5 plus 8 is plus 13. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 problems to try that I'm going to check tomorrow as well as your notes. So try these 2 problems. So this is you to try, okay? Me to try on your notes part. Here they are. 3x squared plus x minus 6 plus x squared minus 4x plus 10. Okay, that's 1. 2. 4x squared minus 7x minus 5x squared plus 4x minus 9. Okay, so try these 2 problems, bring them to class, write down any questions you have, and have a super night. We'll see you tomorrow.